has escalated its 2027 political positioning, rejecting zoning arrangements and vowing to field candidates from the presidency to the ward level. A declaration that intensifies its contest with UDA while exposing deep fault lines within the party over its relationship with President William Ruto, its participation in the broad-based government, and who ultimately controls the electoral strategy going into the next general election. Let me tell you something.
Tell me, do.
If it walks like a duck, if it makes a quacking sound, if it has webbed feet and a broad bill, if it floats on the water and its action underwater is feet moving that you cannot see.
Yes.
Let me tell you something, Osido.
Please do.
It is not a camel. It's a what?
A crocodile. But you just mentioned clothes and water. It's a duck.
You want to come and tell people that you got into this wonderful relationship where both of you had a rebound. Both of you were rebounding. Both of you picked the next chick in the bar. And then you want to come and make us believe that this is a thing of holy matrimony and we should all believe and swallow. It doesn't take long for the fishes to start to show. Because somebody makes a statement and then all of you got your knickers in a bunch and you're saying, no, in fact, zoning, no zoning. Even you, your SG should be removed. You told us to remove our SG. Blah, 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 and blah.
Ndusi ungoje kwanza.
Oh, sorry, please.
Where is the 10-point agenda?
Which one?
Where is the sauti ya mwananchi kwa hii sasa?
Oh, no.
The marriage is not about the children now.
We will field candidates from the ward level to the presidency. Kitambo, when people were being told, who told you that ODM will not have a presidential candidate in 2027? Mulikuwa wapi? Me, I don't feel sorry for anybody.
No, honestly, for me, ODM just needs to get back to the original foundation. Do you know what the original foundation is? Speak for the people.
Bas.
I do not know what they said about the fuel prices.
They didn't.
I do not know what they're saying about victim compensation.
They are not.
I do not know what they're saying about Kim and the people who graduated, the graduates.
How do you want me to talk about Kim when tunataka zoning?
Tunataka power.
Sasa atutaki power, tunataka heshima.
Yeah, so ODM, these battle lines that have been drawn are good, but I believe that the power of the party lies in the original foundation. This is where most of the followers of the original ODM will miss the former prime minister.
Yep. And it's showing, you guys, it's showing. I'm telling you, it's actually showing. And it's going to be very interesting to see what happens over the next couple of days. Because the children are already fighting. In this case, I don't even know who mommy and daddy are at this point. But it needs to be, something needs to, it's going to show. That's for sure. It's going to show. All right. Izakale, I've seen your greeting. I'm sorry, bro. A very good morning to you. I told you I'll stop in the middle of anything when we see it and greet you properly. And I hope you're doing well. Karibu sana, bro. Thank you for joining us. We need you to be part of these conversations.
Yes.
So that's what it is on the front page of the Standard. The battle lines have been drawn. It's going to be a very interesting, not weeks, days. The things that are going to happen over the next couple of days. If you had invested your heart, soul, and emotions in this dog and pony show, my friend, you'll be left out to dry.
So this zoning or no zoning, what is zoning do?
So because they're trying to say that in certain parts that you should not field particular candidates because we're in a broad-based agreement. For example, the deputy president has already been left for certain people.
Yes.
That in this place where perhaps we have a stronghold, then you shouldn't field people because you leave it for this other part. So they said, excuse me, zone who, zone what? We will field from everywhere. We don't want this zoning thing. Okay? And the person who happened to be talking about the zoning is your SG.
Yeah.
And we don't want atutaki.
So you zone a place, say you zone Siaya and you zone Rarieda, where I come from. You zone it, but you still have 10 candidates running on the same ticket. How do you zone off people?
Exactly.
In a democracy where anybody can field anywhere, including as an independent candidate. Of course, there are pros and cons. There are advantages and disadvantages. I believe that probably UDA is looking at the bigger picture.
Yes.
Because you zone it off and you look at the popularity of the parties vis-a-vis the candidates right now.
Yeah.
Chances that UDA might get wins in ODM strongholds are very high.
Exactly.
Because ODM has not done enough to be able to strengthen, local structures, the support for its people, candidates or rather aspirants. So the fear is ultimately in when we get to Bunge.
Yes.
How many MPs National Assembly
That's
will
it.
have?
At
How
the end of the
many
day, it's
governors?
control.
So-
It's control. Simbarati said, we're not interested in the control.
Yeah.
What did Ali Hassan Joho say? Kama ni kitu mambo ya pesa tutaleta. Kama ni nini. Okay.
Yeah, support your candidates.
Who
Just
told you?
support them.
We go back to what Edwin Sifuna has been saying. Who told you? And it didn't even. Anyway.
And he keeps putting on that T-shirt almost everywhere,
Yes,
including in Nakuru.
In Nakuru, he
Who
did.
told you?
And that's just on page 1 of the Standard.
Yeah.
If you look onto page 2, there's a story about a tactless diplomat, the growing tensions and gaffes at the foreign ministry. The PS Foreign Affairs is one Korir Singoe, and they're telling us how a storm is brewing in Kenya's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, with some ambassadors and senior officials accusing PS Singoe of arrogance and dragging the country's diplomacy to an unprecedented low. Wololo.
Oh.
Well, we'll look into the details of that.
Yeah.
Teachers plan strike over Shah, but expectations remain unclear. One of the expectations, what you might think that it's very complicated, is that teachers, surprise, surprise, just want to go to hospital and have medical treatment and medicine.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just let it work.
That's it.
Yeah,
they
we
don't
have
want
no
anything
problem.
fancy. They don't want to ride on a rocket to the moon.
Yeah.
They just want to be able to go to hospital and be treated and not have to pay an extra coin apart from what has been deducted from their salary.
Yeah.
How about that? Does it sound like really, really surprising that that's what somebody would want? Okay.
Let it work.
Just let it work. Zoning or no zoning, we do not fear anyone. Defiant ODM vows. Somebody's roaring. Okay. That'll be fun to watch, like I said, over the next couple of days. Not weeks, but days. So there's a fellow called Gaucho. His name already just sounds
Like Gaucho.
like Gaucho. And he says, I'm up to the task. He says he's defending his appointment to the hospital board. First of all, sir, spell hospital board. Let's start there.
Yeah.
Spell hospital board. Tell us what you think needs to be done on a hospital board. He says he's up to the task. Okay, another thing that will unfold in a very... You guys, my father used to say, when things are happening and everybody wants to shout and start running about, my father would say, wait.
Yeah.
Just wait. You want to start... wait. In all these things, whether it's ODM, whether it's who, wait.
But
and
honestly, because I have interacted with almost all the board members of the health facilities in Nairobi, 98% of those people are health technicians.
You would imagine.
They are doctors, they are medical superintendents, they are people who have track records, in
or
the health sector.
whose shadow
Yeah.
has darkened the walls of some institute that would then mean they were versed in some knowledge of the medical field. Something.
Then suddenly, Gaucho shows up. What is the justification? Really? Is it just political rewards?
Yes.
Like, oh yeah, you make too much noise at
Yes.
wananchi, so come and sit here.
Si tuseme ukweli, Osido.
But even so, just show some sense of, yes, I want to learn, I have some value, and this is what I'm offering. Tell us that, yes, you understand SHA and that you'll be able to help.
Okay, spell SHA.
Shusha.
Even spell it. Spell SHA.
Yeah, spell SHA, Gaucho. Spell SHA. Show value.
Hey, Jamaican.
Yeah, just tell us you're up to the task, and then let's see something much more better and bigger.
I know.
Yeah.
While that's happening, Murkomen, who happens to be the CS Interior, and Douglas Kanja, who is the police superintendent, Abi?
Yeah.
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 Sorry. Inspector General of Police, not superintendent, that's a different word. They've been summoned over the rising case of insecurity in the country to come and tell us what exactly is happening. State proposes up to 4 million shillings reparations for protest.